In private, he broke her spirit. But in front of her mother, he played the perfect husband. Her name was Danielle Harris, strong, warm, and full of hope. She thought marrying Michael Carter, a charming white man from Boston, was the start of her fairy tale. But what she didn't know was, some fairy tales turn into nightmares. To the outside world, Danielle and Michael were the perfect couple. He was tall, handsome, successful. She was elegant, intelligent, and deeply in love. Her friends envied her. Her mother, Gloria, thanked God her daughter had found a good man. When they visited Gloria, Michael was attentive, holding Danielle's hand, kissing her cheek, asking about her day. He'd bring flowers, cook dinner for them, and tell stories about how much he adored his wife. Gloria would smile thinking, "My baby is happy." But that was the Michael for her mother's eyes only. Behind closed doors, it was different. Michael's temper was sharp, his words cruel. If dinner wasn't perfect, he'd slam his fork down. If she spoke too loudly, he'd snap. "Do you have to be so dramatic all the time?" If she questioned him, he'd glare and say, "Don't start. You should be grateful I'm even with you." He never hit her, but sometimes words cut deeper than hands ever could. Danielle kept it inside. She didn't want her mother to worry, and deep down, she kept hoping the man she first fell in love with was still in there somewhere. One summer, Gloria decided to spend 2 weeks with them. Danielle was nervous, not because she didn't want her mother there, but because she knew Michael would put on his perfect husband mask. And he did. He woke up early to make Gloria breakfast. He told her, "Danielle is the light of my life." He laughed at her jokes, kissed her forehead when she walked past. In front of Gloria, he was gentle, patient, and loving. And every time Gloria smiled proudly, Danielle's heart broke a little more, because she knew it wasn't real. When Gloria wasn't around, Michael's voice turned cold again. One night, after Gloria had gone to bed, Michael cornered Danielle in the kitchen. "You better not tell your mother anything," he hissed. "She doesn't need to hear your little pity stories." Danielle swallowed hard. "I'm not saying anything." "Good," he smirked. "Because you know she'd be disappointed to hear the truth about her perfect son-in-law." But Michael wasn't perfect. One afternoon, Gloria overheard him in the hallway. Danielle had asked a simple question about the bills, and his voice rose, sharp, irritated. "I told you already. Why do you have to be so difficult all the time?" The tone was different. Not the voice of the loving husband Gloria knew. She didn't say anything right then, but she started paying attention. A few nights later, they were having dinner. Michael was telling a sweet story about their romantic anniversary trip. Danielle forced a smile, nodding along. But Gloria noticed the way her daughter's hands trembled slightly when Michael touched her shoulder. She noticed how Danielle's laughter never reached her eyes. Finally, Gloria set her fork down and said softly, "Danielle, are you truly happy?" Danielle's eyes flickered to Michael, and in that moment Gloria saw it. The fear. When Gloria left to go back home, Michael dropped the act immediately. "See? I can be perfect when I want to be," he said with a smirk. "Maybe you should learn how to keep me that way." Danielle felt her stomach twist. It wasn't just the cruelty, it was how proud he was of his own manipulation. A week later, Danielle got a call from her mother. "Baby, I know something's wrong. I saw it in your eyes." Danielle broke down. For the first time, she told her mother the truth. The shouting, the belittling, the fake love in public. Gloria was silent for a moment, then said, "You don't have to stay in a house where love is only for show." That night, Danielle packed a small bag. Michael was shocked. "You're overreacting. Your mother put this idea in your head." But Danielle didn't look back. "No, Michael. You put this idea in my head every time you pretended to love me in front of her, then tore me down when she was gone." Danielle moved back in with her mother, started therapy, and slowly began to heal. She learned something powerful. A man who only loves you when there's an audience doesn't love you at all. This story is for every Black woman who has been loved in public, but broken in private.